Ladies and gentlemen, this is King Oba Solomon. This is King Oba Solomon, and I've come again. I've come again because there is one important issue that I want us to discuss about. And this issue is very, very important and very, very deep. This issue is also connected to Edo, Benin people, and history. As you all know that about a week now, I made a video about Edo, about Edo, which is Mami water. And Edo people believed it, and they say yes, it is called the spirit of Edo. And since then, they've been commenting on the comment section. But I didn't take it very seriously because some say you nearly got it 100%. You almost got the history. I have been wondering since then, where did I miss the point? Now, yesterday at night, I saw a video, and the video is what you are looking at here. It's from Princess Odohu Rei. Princess Odohu Ye. But she called it Princess Odohu Nei. Now, it's from Princess Odohu Nei. Now, this picture you are seeing is not a picture, it's a video. And this actually talk about King Oba Solomon and the Edo and the history. She was actually analyzing the video I made and also instructing me to go and research again. So let's listen to her, because I have come to show you the Edo. I am not talking about the Mami Water Edo, the spirit of Edo, because I wondered, who is then Edo, or what is Edo? Because there is a juju in Oba of Benin Palace, as I have mentioned in the first video, that juju is called Edo. And Edo means Mami water. Now, then the Edo, what is Edo? That is what I come for today. And if that Edo is actually a human or not. Because if it is a human, what is his surname? Who is the father? Now let's go. So yesterday, I saw this video. The video was done yesterday. It's not up to one day. And let's listen to her talking about Edo and also talking about King Oba Solomon and telling me to research more, because the same thing everybody's saying, that I nearly got it. But believe me, this time we got it. Let's go.
The spirit of Edo. The spirit of Edo. It that they come. If they don't see mother, they see woman. The spirit of Edo. But woman get power. Woman. Oba of Benin say one play with the daughters of the land. He play with fire.
Now, as you can see, Edo has a spirit. And that spirit is Erinwi Edo, meaning Ehimiri Edo. I believe it means like long fish. Long fish they mean is like shark. We all know the Mami water is like, fish. Now, so what it is Erinwi Edo, meaning Erimiri Edo in Igbo. So when I saw this video, I was surprised because this lady was actually reacting to my video then and telling me to go back and research. Let's go. See where she's playing King Oba Solomon.
To use the Igbo word for water instead of using their own word, which is Ame. It simply means Ohim is not their word for the Niger River, if they even have one. And
King Solomon, listen, let me tell you. You know, many things they when the for school they don't teach anything because Oba of Benin with all these Yoruba people where the Obas with the government of Nigeria banned history.
Now, you have seen it. Now, she was actually talking to me. Then, and she was talking about Oba of Benin. So let's pack over Oba of Benin aside because we all know that Oba of Benin is not from Edo State. Most of the kings in Europe also are not from the country where they are living. Like King of Spain is not a Spanish. The King of Norway is not a Norwegian. But it is things of the past, history. Europe still maintain their own. So I also want Africa to maintain their own. So Oba of Benin is good for her to be there. Now, but that is not the reason I come. Now, so then when I go here, this is the first video I made about Idu. And that one is about Erinwi Idu. Now, and this video is actually the video the woman I have showed before, Princess, was actually referring to. You can go to YouTube and watch it first before you come to this one in order to understand the this video very well. So, but we are not going to waste time. So let's go to the main thing I come for today. And under here, also, there is a comment, and this is the comment. This comment is from Eki Ebo. So he says, King Umar Solomon, I think your research is good, but not 100% accurate. There is indeed a shrine for Idu in the Oba's palace. However, Idu was a man that lived a long time ago. The truth is, when a traditional Benin man dies, his first son makes a shrine in respect of the dead. The household would every now and then sacrifice a chicken to their dead father in request of guidance and protection. In essence, the Benin people worship their forefathers. Example, Olokun, Ogun, etc., just like the ancient Egyptians. Now, this comment, I took it very seriously. Believe me. So this comment is saying that there is a man called Idu, but also there is a juju called Idu. That juju is called Erinwi Idu. And that Erinwi Idu is Mame Water Idu. Now, in common man language, is the spirit of Idu. Then you interpret it anywhere, but it is the spirit of Idu. Because of this comment, then I decided to dig deep to know whether Idu is a place or not. I Google, this is Nigeria. And this is Benin City. If I zoom Benin City, you will see that there is a place called Idu. I can zoom it. This is Idu. This place is called Idu. It is 25 kilometers to Benin City. Now, when I go deep to know what is inside the Idu, this is where the Idu is. It's a compound. It's like Oba's compound. I don't know whether this is Oba of Benin or King's compound because only one man lives here. I don't think this is like a family. I will have to dig deep to know who live this place that is called Idu. And it is by the Sakboba Road, 25 kilometers from Benin. Now tell me that there is a place called Idu, at least a compound from what I see here, or a village, right? Now, but this is not the reason I come. So let's go and read about Idu, whether it is a location or a human or a juju. Right? Now, I got here. This is where Edo people come and read their history. Then let's go. Idu Kingdom, the kingdom of the first Ogioso of Igodomigodo. Okay? King Igodo, Eze Iri, king of. He didn't complete it, but he referred to a Bible verse. 1 Chronicle 7, chapter 7. You see here, he writes Eze Iri. So when I go to First Chronicle 7 chapter 7, this is what it is. This is First Chronicle 7 chapter 7. It says, the sons of Bela, Esbon, Uzi, Uziel, Jeremiah, and Iri. Iri. This is what they mean that Iri is found in the First Chronicle. So let's go back. So we were here before. Eze Iri, king of the, of the kingdom or whatever. Okay, let's now read about Idu. How Idu came all about, or how Idu came about. Now, what is today known as Edo or Benin City was originally known as Idu. It started out with one man who said the human race is a location. It started up with one man. Who is that man? He said, what is now known as Edo or Benin City was actually or originally known as Idu. It started out with one man who said the human race. Who is that man? That is the point. Okay, his family initially grew into groups of small farm settlements linked with footpaths. Over time, the settlement grew bigger, turning into villages and towns hundreds and perhaps thousands of years later. As each settlement got bigger and farms moved further away, new settlements sprang up around the new farms until the Idu family spread all over the earth. Now, is the man Idu? Okay. The immediate Idu family that could trace their ancestry to Paidu grew after hundreds and thousands of years into large communities and towns such as Udo, Abudu, Igwobazoa, Ihoniye, and so on. Each of the Pa-Idu's immediate extended family communities, villages, and towns had its own Edionwere. The Dus initially naturally married each other within close family ties, then across their communities, villages, and towns. They had quality family get-together, skirmishes, of course, particularly over farmland boundaries, and fought some wars with distant neighbors. At some point, deep in the BCE era, all the Edonwere of Idu communities, villages, and towns decided to come together and set up a council of Edonweres to take decision on their behalf and settle differences between communities. Then I also wanted to know about Igodomigodo, because I have heard about Igodomigodo, and there are people who are saying Idu Igodomigodo on Facebook and so on and so forth. So because of that, I had to check about Igodomigodo. Now, what is Igodomigodo, by the way? Now, Igodomigodo was the name of the kingdom of Benin given by Ogiso Igodo. The first Ogiso. Okay. Igodomigodo simply means nation made nation, king made kings, great men made nations, great leaders build nation, wisdom made wise men, or great men made great nations, as the case may be. Igodomigodo is what we call today a nickname. So Igodomigodo is just like Omekanaya, just Afane Tumado, a name that, like a nickname. That is exactly what Igodomigodo is. Now, then I continue. Igodo was an ambitious young man, young smart man. Now, but there is a young man known as Igodo. Igodo was an ambitious young smart Ejonwere from Idumu Ivoboto district, emerged as the Akaiko Igodo stage AQ by abolishing the Igodomigodo and declaring himself the Ogiso. He set up the Odibo Ogiso group to help him consolidate his authority by calling himself Ogiso. He was implying direct lineage to Pa Idu. Aha. So there is a man called Igodo. Right? Now, he was a descended family of Idu, of Pa Idu. The direct lineage to Pa Idu, the youngest son of Osanobua, God from the sky. Oh my God. So Osanobua is God from the sky. I never knew. He named the combined territory of sprawling nation state Igodomigodo. Aha! And set up his capital at Ubekun. The people of Igodomigodo happily accepted Igodo as their ruler. They saw him as the reincarnation of Pa Idu and, according to him, divine qualities. Aha! The Idu is Pa Idu. The Idu is a man. His name is Pa Idu. If I come here to read, there is another story here, say the meaning and the story behind Igodomigodo. Now let's go. The Benin Empire is one of the oldest and the best known centers of civilization in pre-colonial times in Nigeria. Benin is today renowned as a center of culture and arts. One of the great centers of ancient African civilization, Benin is famous for its ivory and wood caves. Interesting, right? But there is something more interesting. It is the Ogiso dynasty. Okay. 2 dynasties have ruled the Benin Empire. They are the Ogiso dynasty or Era and Oba dynasty. The Ogisos were the first kings of Benin. There were about 33 Ogisos in Benin and 2 of them were female. The female Ogisos were Ogiso Emosa and Ogiso Ororo. Ogiso dynasty is the period before the Obas of Benin. Aha! Ogisos literally refer to king of the sky, but its connotation deeply means the ordained rulers by God, while Igodomigodo was adopted name of ancient Benin Empire. Igodomigodo is a nickname. During the reign of Ogiso Owodo, there was widespread misrule compounded by the greed and selfishness of the chief and elders. The people rebelled against the king and successfully overthrew the Ogiso dynasty. Okay, so these are the list of Ogisos. List of the Ogisos in Ogiso era. Igodo, Era, Orire, Odia, Ohido. There are many here, right? So, and this is the Igodomigodo that we have read. The Igodomigodo was named of yes. This is the history about the Idu that I believe that we are looking for. Now, my take here is that there are 2 of Idu. One is Pa Idu. Pa Idu is a man. He lived in a place called Idu, which I suspect is this place. You see it in Edo State. This is Benin City. Okay? Sapoba Road. Now, but there is Erinwi Idu. Erinwi Idu is the juju of Idu that people worship today. And this is what people should understand. There is Idu the spirit and there is Idu known as the human. But today, if you say Idu, the spirit will come to you. Even without you saying Erinwi. It's like you are shouting God, 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 without calling the name of Jesus. That is what it is. So Idu is a name of a man after reading all these things. His name is Pa Idu. He was the owner of Edo State. And then the Ogiso we used to hear is actually the first kings of Edo State before Oba of Benin came from Yoruba and take over. And the Igodomigodo is a nickname. Just like Omeka Naya. That is what Igodomigodo is. But there is a man known as Igodo. And if we check here, there is a man known as Igodo. Also, he was a descendant of Idu, Paidu. Igodomigodo is like somebody who behaved like Igodo. That is exactly what it means. Igodomigodo is not a name. Igodo is a name. But Igodomigodo means someone who behaves like Igodo. That is Omeka Naya. That is exactly what it means. This is what I come to clarify. But Erinwi Idu is Juju. Pa Idu is a man. Listen, that Erinwi Idu, the Benin people worship it, believing that this is the way they can communicate with the Pa Idu. The Pa Idu is an ancestor. Thank you very much for watching. This is King Solomon.